Now, even though I'm pretty excited to play Zelda in the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, I gotta say, I am pretty interested in seeing how Link's gameplay will play out. Is it just one part of the game, or is it a whole part of the game? I guess we'll see. So I think we can pretty much all agree that the Legend of Zelda series is going pretty strong during the Nintendo Switch's lifetime. Breath of the Wild was a huge hit and inspired a ton of other games. Tears of the Kingdom came out and smashed records for Nintendo, and a ton of Nintendo fans loved the game. There are so many wacky creations from that game. I'm sure you guys have seen them all over Twitter. Overall, it's been pretty good to be a Legend of Zelda fan, but recently Nintendo has sort of changed things a bit. They're trying something new, Zelda as the main character. Now, it was my first thought that we wouldn't even be playing as Link in this game, but it seems that we actually will be. This is what NoisyPixel.net has to say on the topic. The official ESRB rating description of the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which has recently announced, has been posted. Besides an expected rating of E+10, the description itself reveals that Link will also be playable in this adventure in some capacity. Link is simply described as able to use a sword and arrow and combat enemies, and not much else. And this was the description of the game that has the Link info. This is an adventure game in which players assume the role as Zelda as she attempts to dispel rifts throughout Hyrule and rescue Link. From a 3/4 overhead perspective, players explore various environments while fighting stylized enemies, e.g. humans, creatures. As Link, players use a sword and arrows to defeat enemies. Zelda can use a magic wand to summon creatures, wind-up knights, pig soldiers, slimes, for battle. Some enemies can be defeated by being set on fire. Other creatures dissolve into mist when defeated. Battle sequences are somewhat frenetic, with several enemies attacking/fighting at once. So I think this is kind of interesting because I think we pretty much all assumed, or at least I did anyways. I don't know about you guys, I assumed we weren't going to be playing as Link at all. I thought Zelda was going to be the focus, and this does kind of raise a couple questions. The first one is, how much does Link play a role in this game? There are times where we get to play other characters in other games. You have your main character, and then you have another character that you play in certain sections when you reach a point in the story. So is that going to be the case in The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom? Or is this going to be the kind of thing where you can switch between them? Is it a mechanic? Is Link in another world and you get to play in that world as Link? I don't know, it's going to be kind of interesting. What do you guys think Link's role in this game is going to be, and how much of the gameplay do you think we're going to see in this game? Is it just going to be a small part or a big part?